Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Coyne, and I'm going to present InFormed, changing the way cancer information is presented. Our team, very diverse to ensure a good product as the outcome. So Professor Karen Dippervink is from the University of Southern Denmark, brings an international perspective, and her research underpins what we're doing in Australia. Professor Georgia Halkat is a medical radiologist. So her research within the Curtin University really looks at what changes are needed when providing information for patients having cancer treatment. Dr. Martin Danaus is a medical oncologist and leads the cancer services at Gold Coast University Hospital. He's been integral in our team in really making sure the information that we develop meets the health professionals' needs. And so this is our key aspects of our team. Dr. Natalie Winter is a nurse researcher from Deakin University, and her research is about digital health and looking at cultural diversity and diverse populations to make sure what we develop as information meets any different person's style of information. Professor Joan Carlini is from business marketing. So she makes sure of the consumer aspect of our information. Does it meet the consumer needs? Is it marketable? Dr. Hansu Kim is our health economist and statistician. So he really looks at what will make a difference in the long term. And we have three consumers within our team who are our main onboard consumers. Julia, his person that's had brain cancer, Kurt had head and neck cancer, and Sandra breast cancer. These consumers really help inform and keep what we're developing to be consumer informed. What is the problem? When you have cancer, you need to make informed decisions, and to make informed decisions, you need to understand the information. Patients still to this day have high unmet needs related to information and managing the effects of cancer and the cancer treatment. Cancer information is still delivered as dense, plain, black and white sheets. There's limited quality across videos and on online information. Now, we have evidence that supports this. This is how we've come to this. Google is not your friend when you have cancer. So many patients and their family members have said this to our team. What happens when you can't understand the information the nurse and the health professional expects you to understand? You get an increase of distress and anxiety. Now, in cancer patients, they have 30% higher cancer distress and anxiety than most of the general public, whose level sits at 4 to 7%. There's a 20% higher increase of unplanned admissions than any other diseases when you have cancer. This costs the health organisation up to $12.6 million in the first 3 years since diagnosis. So this is unplanned phone calls, readmissions, admissions via emergency visits. And the reasons for this extra healthcare time are often very easily managed if the person and the family can understand the information. Aspects such as pain, high temperatures, emotional distress, nausea, vomiting, and bowels. Like, these are not complex problems which need the patient to be in a hospital. However, that's often where they end up because they haven't managed this correctly at home. The solution is to change the way we present cancer information, to make it concise, small bits of information which are easier to read, putting visuals and infographics, graphs, specific maybe pointers for patients to really bring their understanding to different aspects so they understand key points, to use evidence-based videos which are both with the health professional and the patient presenting This is like take your nurse home so that you can actually look at this information with the family at home, come back to the health professional with questions, but also have it reinforce. What did the nurse tell me today that I needed to remember? Also links to reputable websites. So you're not just Googling anywhere, but you're actually going to key websites to find the information that might have a broader aspect for you to understand what the doctor is talking about in relation to your treatment. And really actionable steps and self-assessment prompts to help you build confidence so you can actually manage your cancer treatment, your cancer side effects at home with your family. Why our product? Because we are truly co-designed. We've had consumers working in our team from 2018 through to now. We are designing with consumers for consumers. There's evidence across all the steps that we have completed that really shows that these are evidence-based resources. Whatever we've developed follows best practice educational and digital design. Our product is both videos, but also written information with pictures. So the videos are all under 5 minutes, designed with both health professionals and consumers to present clear, actionable steps. The traction we have is that we work very closely with the Gold Coast Cancer Services, as you can see by our team members. We also have links to several other cancer services, both nationally and internationally, and these are within our research team and also as the fact of our presentations and our collaborations. Target market possibilities are definitely insurance companies who are trying to keep the costs down. Readmission costs money. It costs them money as well. Pharmaceutical companies, it's their drugs which the patients are trying to manage at home. Allied health, it is exercise, nutrition, social work, all of these companies which are wanting to have their product being sold to the patient and the family. This is who they're using. And so why wouldn't they want to have a possibility of being within our presentations? General practitioners, this is where the patient and the family go when they're not actually within the hospital system. And so this is the key presentations. So again, that possibility to have this information marketed within them, by them. Public hospitals and cancer services are definitely a target market, both to be connected, but also to use our information. And private cancer services. We do have connection to ICON, but limited because of the fact that each of the private sectors like to have their own information. And again, the Cancer Council, their information is very black and white, presented as websites with very few videos. There's definitely the possibility that they may connect with our marketability of our product. Thank you.